Holly, what are you burning down there?
Paging Eric? Paging Eric, please report back to the facilities. You left the seat up again. Thank you. Big Joe, you have a phone call from Time Magazine on line 1. Again, Big Joe, Time Magazine, line 1. Paging Walter. Paging Walter. Your shorts have returned back from dry cleaning. Please retrieve them from the front desk. Thank you.
Good, he's on. That's good. Yeah. This last time he wasn't.
What's going on, everyone?
What's up?
Cut this music. Boom. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the second, I don't say annual because it's going to happen every quarter or so, but
yeah, so some quad, I don't know.
yeah,
What's
happy
that by?
quad. Yeah, welcome. Well, anyways, welcome to the second episode that we're going to do every quarter of the Ask Holly stream against her will.
Episode. I like that.
Episode. Yeah, it's an episode. So we'll have a running series.
Yeah.
If she doesn't burn down the shop, I don't know if you saw with the fire kicked on and the smoke detector blew out, and then we have a new intercom system that we've been testing out the shop. So, yeah, we've got a little taste of that. So, what's new with you, Big Joe?
No, nothing. Finished some projects up around the house. It was very hot the last week.
Yes, it was.
Up here in the
Northeast,
Connecticut.
Yeah.
And today it was like 30 degrees cooler.
Yeah. This morning was 70s or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had upper 90s.
Yeah.
How about you guys? You guys been getting the crazy weather? So yeah, in the Northeast we had a little heat wave. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, the heat index was 110.
Yeah, upper 90s, but then
it was cooler in Miami.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, but it was muggy, and then all of a sudden today it was low mid 70s. Yeah, 9 days. So it's supposed to be relatively cooler. About mid 80s, I think, the next week or so.
I did get to swim every day with Timber, our German Shepherd.
Yeah, Timber.
He swims, so we got to go in the pool together. That was cool.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. I don't know if you were here for the first Ask Holly stream. So basically, we put out on the social media to you guys, asking you guys to ask Holly questions. She is kind of the glue behind the scenes that holds a lot of things together, between like ordering to, figure out, the proper manufacturing techniques to go with. She has a lot of experience in that world, to advertising and just a lot of stuff that helps keep the business moving forward. So it's kind of cool to bring you, have you guys ask these type of questions that normally, you really don't get that type of insight from, other companies, if you will. So a wealth of knowledge. So we had some really awesome questions that came in. I think we had like around 20 something. So as we go along, guys, if you have questions as we're going through them, I'll star them and we'll get back to it. We have kind of like a open session at the end there. So what do you think?
I can't wait to be educated.
Get it going here.
Yep.
So we'll cover some things. Obviously we have the Ask Holly discount code that's gonna be 10% off the entire site. We actually just launched our 7th anniversary sale. July 4th is actually our 7th anniversary.
You launched it today?
We're launching it today because you know why?
Well, because it's not Tuesday.
Well, why would that make a difference, Big Joe?
Well, that means because if you launched it Tuesday, I wouldn't have to pack them so soon.
The sale goes for like 2 weeks, so you're gonna have ample. And I think when we do our 7-year anniversary stream, we were gonna do on the 6th, but that's
funny how it coincided with my.
But we may keep that sale
vacation time
going. You got some time. You got some making up to do. So, all right, guys, we'll bring the guest of the hour or so onto the big screen here. Again, guys, if you have questions, Jay Esser did a good job. He just threw a little question mark in front of it there. We'll star and we'll get back to him and answer your questions as we go along. So without further ado, here is Miss Holly.
Oh, sorry. Are we live?
We're going live.
Oh, we're going live now.
We're going live. I'll do it myself.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live. So I could bring up the slides, Holly, whatever.
It's your world. I just exist in it.
That is true. You're finally starting to realize.
I know.
We should stream more off of Holly because you're a lot nicer.
Oh, yes. I'm so much nicer on camera.
So look at this beautiful thumbnail.
Yeah, I am battle scarred in this one.
You are.
Whatever you used made my hair look like really, really good that time.
Well, absolutely.
So. Yeah. Little smudges.
That Beard Octane conditioner. You did your hair before.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm running low, so
Absolutely. So like I mentioned, guys, we'll get into it here. The next slide, I think. Yeah. So as you see, scrolling down below, the Ask Holly discount code that is 10% off, extra off everything on the website. Our 7-year anniversary sale kicks off now. So I think the next slide is going to cover all the extra spending bonuses to what we have going on. We also have a new product that is dropping here in a couple minutes. If you've seen it already, don't say anything because it's live. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, guys. If you do want to give away, just make sure you reach out to support at beardoctane.com and let us know. Give us a good shipping address with your government name. We'll get that out to you. Yeah, you guys know the rules. So boom, 7 years. Crazy.
Yeah. It's
yeah, absolutely crazy. July 4th, 7 years. Like I always said, it was started in a spare bedroom to here we are.
I guess I was wrong. Because I said to you like a year or two.
You're an idiot.
Well, I thought that. I didn't say that. I said,
what's up, Ryder?
Is this beer? Is this a fad? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah. Is it something that's coming? And evidently not.
Yeah. Because at the time too, and I was talking about it to somebody about the other day. It was almost as if I would say COVID was a blessing, but in a sense where a lot of people got to stay home and actually grow out their beard, and just a timing of having the beard oil company and being out there and weathering that storm. That was a whole nother, a lot of companies out there had to make it through that.
I was gonna say that'll test you like nothing else.
Yeah, that was our LCW bottles at the time. I had the red ones, and you couldn't get them anymore because all those bottles were being used for sanitizer. So I had to go on Etsy, and I was spending $2 a bottle just for the container.
Yeah,
and you can order like 12 at a time. And that, we were at obviously the size company that we were, that that we are now. But back then, that was yeah, it was tough.
That
So,
was it felt like you were panhandling
crazy,
for
right?
whatever scraps
But
you could get.
Eric must have liked that.
yeah,
12 bottles.
yeah,
Next.
yeah. Back
All done.
then,
Yeah.
the batch sizes.
Yeah, now he's making batches that are,
yeah,
crazy.
hundreds or whatever.
Yeah.
It's wild. So, but yeah, guys, the 7-year anniversary sale is officially live on the website. Basically, our oils, butters, and bombs are all $17.76 America. We do have spending bonuses. You don't need any kind of discount code, but we do have the Ask Holly one that's live right now. Spend $25 more, you get the free Beard Octane travel case. Spend 50 or more, the mystery oil, we will select that for you. Spend 75 or more, the mystery beard butter, and 100 or more, the LCW mystery. We'll choose the scent. And Holly,
It's important to note, this is after your discounts are applied, before your taxes and shipping. And it happens after you check out. So there's like a little magic thing that adds it to your order of like within 30 seconds of you checking out. So it'll actually show up on your order.
When you go to checkout, guys, you won't see that in your cart or anything like that. But don't worry, it will go through. If not, just reach out to us. We'll take care of it for you guys. Not an issue. But most importantly, remember, before taxes, shipping, all that stuff.
So you get the order slip.
Yep.
See what has to go into the box to be shipped.
Yep.
Plus, I have to get an extra thing.
It's going to tell you on.
It'll tell you on the slip.
On the package.
Yeah, but I still have to get it.
Oh, well, that's true.
Like Walter get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Walt's busy.
He is busy.
He is.
He should be busy.
He's
been
busy.
working hard.
He's busy.
Yeah, I was scared Monday because during the winter he wears shorts and it was so hot here on Monday. I thought it was like a Speedo day, so I came in like this.
Ooh.
And I had a peek.
What's up, Courtney?
I had a peek before.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Unreal. So yes.
Oh boy.
Top of the sale.
So why did you decide to do this, Joe? Aside from just enjoying tormenting me, what made you think that it was time to do this Ask Holly segment?
Like even with like the first one?
Yeah.
I think, and I, as a compliment, I think that people really, truly do not realize, not even separate besides you, how much really goes into not even so much a beard oil company, but running a company in general.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially nowadays with technology and everything, the majority of everything being online, what really goes into, because, everyone sees this beautiful presentation. They see the workshop. You see all the glamour on the social media. You got big, touring the world, but you don't realize like the late nights when you're sitting there and like, okay, the economy, politics, how that plays into like the business and like that, and your forecast for advertising and planning quarters ahead and trying to get materials and to lower your cost and like labor costs.
What if I didn't recently in the last 6 months, maybe a year, the government just changed what you could do for your formulas and things like that.
Yeah, with that. Not even getting into compliance with
I mean, what you're cruising along and all those things you did, and all of a sudden that curveball. Yeah, all your formulas.
It's always something. A new law or public act comes out. You have to stay on top of that stuff, and there's just so much that goes into it, and just to keeping the shop clean and being just sitting there late night, payroll. There's a lot that goes into it. But then also, how much, you see, I would say like the faces of the company, but like there's people behind it. Like it's a family owned operated business, but we have an amazing team that makes the magic happen behind the scenes. Like we're going to start doing a lot more stuff, getting those guys on stream so you guys can meet those guys. But like, and plus Holly's knowledge before having Whiskey Hardtack, her, knowledge from like the soap making world, that's a whole, geeked out scientific world that it's a subculture in itself. So I'm just the knowledge too that Holly brings to the table and how much she does for like Beard Octane as a whole, but just really a lot more what goes behind the scenes. I'm just a beautiful face of the company, and Holly can put things, especially the scientific stuff, into words much better than I can. I can tell you this stuff works amazing. I enjoyed it because so I come here, corrugated boxes, I see what Eric does, in that, but I don't know the requirements behind it. That was interesting.
You know, you see what what Walt's doing, and Courtney and Susie Q. Yeah, everybody has a, but you know what?
Just have it all come together.
Exactly.
There's a reason behind everything we do, from the type of packaging materials to the batch codes, to where that whole rabbit hole goes to. So there's just a lot. That's the long story longer. That's the main reason for the Ask Holly, and plus just to be a thorn in your side, because I know it.
I know
how much you love being on camera.
Yes, it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
So, with that, did you want to add to that, Holly? Was that?
No, I just wanted to know why you wanted to torture me.
It's mostly because of that. I just had to throw some fluff in there, so it wasn't.
Okay, it's really mostly just to torture
our department to, yes, Keith, I am Sears, the beautiful face. Thank you. So with that, guys. Our 7-year anniversary kicked off. Last year we did the Heroes box. Every year we come with a cool theme box. This year is no different. We actually it is different because
I was gonna say it is different.
Yeah, because even it was, I'll say funny, but like even Eric was saying the other day, he's like, "How are we gonna top this one?"
I gotta agree with Big A on this.
Yeah, because we're looking at just the look, the design, everything. We started working on this when. Probably
January, February,
yeah, back then. So I mean, just stuff like that. The logistics of getting a custom box made, of having to send like the pack, like okay, what's going to go inside the box, what materials, and also how do we balance of how good it looks to keeping the cost down, so we can turn a profit and keep the lights on. That's a lot that goes into it. So enough of that fluff. This year's box. Actually, I'll show it in person in a second. Cue the music here.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
A little crazy music here.
Oh, wow.
There it goes. This is onyx. Everything's murdered out.
It is a sexy packaging.
Yeah, this thing is complete sex in a box, if you will. I'll show you in person. We'll get through these pictures here, guys. It is so crispy. It's a foam fitted cutout die cut box with all the materials sit right inside of it. Absolutely amazing. Everything's metallic, murdered out, Beard Octane style. So the scent, cologne-ish. This one may have to stick around. Once you guys get a hold of this one, I think you guys are going to want to keep this one. This is a special scent.
Well, that's where Victory came from, right? Last year's box.
Yes.
Yep.
2 years ago box. 2 years ago.
2 years ago. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Yep. So this one's the hints of the driftwood with warm amber musk, rich leathers for all you people that love that L word, and pure sophistication. It's sleek. It's sexy. It is onyx. It is absolutely amazing. Holly, your thoughts on this?
Here's your ASMR opening.
Yeah, let me pop this off real quick. Boom. Yeah, guys.
I just say this has been I have been waiting to see this in person after like all the work that we've done on this, to actually like get it and see it and hold it. And this thing is solid.
Yeah. And plus it too, it's got the magnetic
what a touch.
So you just literally
and it's got a card.
Oh yeah, this was actually our first one, so it's a little beat up.
This is got a card.
Like I was saying, inside of it comes a nice little thank you card, but like you can actually see like everything is laser cut into the box. Like it's legit. This is definitely a box you want to hang on to. It comes with the 4-ounce LCW, the 1-ounce beard oil, the 2-ounce beard butter, and then the EDC everyday carry cologne, solid cologne.
Look at that gloss. That spot gloss. That is just fire.
You see the you can see like the gears on it too when you tilt it into the light a certain way.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it. You see it, but then all of a sudden,
like subtle,
you move it around, you see
so you got like the subtle.
Yeah, there's stuff that you you kind of see the gears and the design on it. It's
very simple, clean. Miss feel for your facial fur right on the front there. Yeah, it's crispy.
It is
really
super,
proud
super
of
crispy.
the whole team came together on this one, just to input going to different scent combinations, everything like that. But this one,
Eric, I just read Eric.
What
I
do you
may
say?
have violated.
The melt. Yeah.
Eric,
we got that video coming up later in the stream. That's the after hour stream.
You know what? Wow.
Yeah, it's absolutely it's unreal. So that
unbelievable.
The box is going for $64.99 right now because of the sale. It's at 55. Got it right here.
Okay, and Walt had
and
probably the best one.
The oil, obviously the full size oil. It's got a 4-ounce LCW.
Yep.
An EDC, and then a 2-ounce butter in, and that's not a bomb for those of you who are seeing it in like a tin. That's a butter. It's got a 2-ounce butter that matches, so you can literally just match across.
Yep. And I see, Jeremy, I see you guys' questions. I'll just pop that real quick in regards to like the sound, the shipping with the heat. We do have a video, and I think we have a little page dedicated to that. Unfortunately, once it leaves here, it gets into the shipping carrier trucks, and it's 100 degrees plus. If it arrives melted, be careful when you open it. Put it in the freezer. It'll reverse that cooling, reverse the cooling process, and it'll re-solidify and be perfectly fine.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, Onyx guys, this one absolutely amazing. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I love Envy.
This
positive charge, and for the summer, but this this is
it is sexy. It's dark without being like cloying, if that makes sense. It's not like I would say Victory and Envy are brighter. And I would put Grizzly Puncher and even Liquid Gold a bit more dark, and this is like straddling that line, I think.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's unreal. I think I saw a comment in there. You guys are something about getting
commercials. And I saw that on my second device where I'm like monitoring comments.
Give us a setting for it real quick.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's just adding mid-roll for some reason.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, guys. I'll check on that for you. Chapters, places, concepts.
Yeah, if you're not on YouTube Premium, then I think mid-roll is happening.
Distribution comments.
It was weird because I was like, oh, weird. I wonder why we had an ad there, and I thought it was just me.
Yeah.
And then I saw a couple other people get it. I know YouTube has been super, super aggressive in the last several weeks about inserting ads into everybody's content in like the weirdest places. A lot of creators have been complaining about it. So it may be something that the smaller channels don't get, like the people who have less than 1 million subs don't get control over. So yeah.
Honestly.
If it happens, I'm sorry. It's not something we did on purpose.
Let me okay, let me know if that made a change, guys.
Okay.
I was able to tweak a setting. It was on automatic. All right. So
hopefully that helps.
Yeah, moving forward, just let me know if you guys have an issue with it, guys.
Yeah, I'll keep like one eye over there. Yeah.
So, all right. Let's keep it moving then. But yeah, that's available now, guys. Right now it's normally $64.99, but with the sale, $55.
I mean, honestly, this box is just so sick.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah. It is so crispy.
It's nice.
Just the box itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I'd get it just for the box, but the box is pretty nice.
It's just look at some of these photos on here. Just crispy.
And those photos, and those are not AI photos, guys.
Nope,
those are
actual photographer that I work with too. He's like, nope, I got my gloves ready. I'm like, perfect. Yeah, it looks so crispy.
Yeah, the photographer did an amazing job with this. I was pretty impressed.
So, but yeah, that's available now, guys. Get them while you can. Let us know your thoughts, and if there's demand for it, we'll see if we can keep it in the rotation. Because
there's no way.
No, that scent is going to be up there with the Envy and everything like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have to go ban Mo from the live.
I see it. Mo, ask it. I'll star and save it. All right, guys, let's get this show going here. All right. Boom.
So let's remind people about the sale, because why is my cat there?
The enforcer.
Why is my cat there?
I was gonna use another picture that you had, but I don't think it was appropriate.
Oh,
so yeah, guys, again, 7-year anniversary sale live now. Free gifts with your purchases. $25 or more, you get a free travel pouch. 50 or more, mystery oil. 75 or more, you get the beard butter. 100 or more, you get the beard wash. Those can be selected by us, dealer's choice.
And again, as you go up, you'll get all of those. So if you spend 50, you'll get the case stack. And the oil. Yeah.
Yep, they'll stack, guys. So you'll get all that stuff.
So if you spend $100, over $100 after discounts before tax and shipping, oh no, shipping's free. So at $100, you basically getting a travel kit.
Yeah, you're basically getting a travel kit.
Essentially.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Even more than what the typical travel pouch. I mean, travel kit.
Yeah. You get the oil, butter, and a little bit and a wash. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Makes you want to go to Italy again.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, just yeah, and then I think Courtney, with the Onyx, with the just that murdered out.
I'm liking some of these questions.
How do you put up my husband? Okay. All right, we're gonna have to ban that one. A new account. So, but yeah, that's live now, guys. 50% off everything else on the website. Oils, butters, and bombs, $17.76. America. And then the Ask Holly code is for an extra 10% off everything. That's good till midnight Pacific time. So 3 a.m. Eastern. So you're good. All right. Good with that, Holly?
I think that's acceptable.
All right. Guys, we're gonna
Thank you, Joseph.
We're gonna get to your part. Don't worry. Before we begin, this is Churro, the enforcer, Holly's cat.
Oh, he's a hoss.
He is. So he's here to enforce that Holly's going to reveal many secrets from behind the scenes of Beard Octane, and that nothing leaves this stream. So you guys, by being present, agree to that. So just want to get that out of the way. But Holly wants to know, what do you guys have in Beard tonight?
Yeah, I want to know.
Big Joe.
Positive charge.
Positive charge.
Yeah, yeah, love it. Great summer scent.
Yep.
You know, with the grapefruit, the citrus. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing summer scent.
Somebody had up, you're going to bring Citrafella back. You know what? I love Citrafella, but we don't, obviously it's not in the rotation right now.
Yeah.
May not come back. Go to positive charge.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
definitely perfect for the summertime.
Yep.
Especially that like seltzer, and kind of like same thing with ginger jamboree. It was a good replacement for all of those, because you still get that carbonation type with that little like seltzer or whatever. It's so refreshing in the summertime, like especially in like the hotter months. It makes your beard feel super light, refresh. So,
and then somebody in the comments previously said we're talking about the heat that he had in a barbershop, and it held up today.
Yep.
So that's a good summer scent.
Another light scent as well. Me personally, I actually cracked open my Onyx for my personal use today, so it's smelling crispy.
There's Onyx available for personal use.
Did you take it out of inventory, Joe?
It was pre-inventory, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm watching you.
Way ahead of you. So, all right, guys, we got Cold Start out there. Actually, I saw a lot of positive charge.
Right? Yeah, I saw that. Cold Start, Envy, positive charge, a lot of positive charge, Victory,
America.
I saw Nitro. I saw Honor.
A lot of positive charge. Yeah. Great summer
Victory. Yep. Liquid Gold. Another great one. Yep.
Fallback.
Fallback. Wow. That was amazing. Maybe that'll be coming back around soon. Positive charge. Honor. Yeah. That whole box set from their hero set was amazing.
Yeah.
MV. Bertree. America. Ginger Jam. Yeah, we got so much. Yeah, guys, and that we'll get to afterwards. But after our stream, DNC has his stream. We're featured on his stream tonight too. They had to move from Wednesday to Thursday, so it'll be Beard Octane all night for you guys.
Oh,
so
Beard Octane.
Some Nitro fallback. So appreciate it, guys.
A Big Red got Nitro.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Big Red? It was a pleasure meeting him at the expo.
It was.
Yeah.
So Holly, let's get this going with you. Just give us a little background, I guess, your interpretation of your role here behind the scenes at Beard Octane.
So my role is to annoy Joe every morning.
You do an amazing job.
And it's, I take it very seriously. I mean, every morning, you are 7 days a week.
True professional.
So it's you kind of want to say I'm kind of a jack of all trades, a Jill of all trades, however you want to say it. It's a little bit of operational, it's a little bit of financial, it's a little bit of regulation, it's, product development, it's a lot of technical. Actually, recently I've been doing a lot of technical work behind the scenes, and just collaboration, really. There's pretty much everything I've got my hands in, not physically, but like actually have my hands in. I'm the CMO.
But all those different job titles, they all mesh together. They all affect each other. You have to you actually have to have a hand in each aspect.
And really, I mean, my role, if you just boil it down to like just one liner, I am Joe when Joe's not here.
Yeah,
is essentially it is. I'm here. I am the de facto right hand, making sure things are happening. So, if Joe needs to handle something with his day job, I can make sure that everything is running.
Yeah, and also, especially to Big Joe's point there, you got to have like a basically working knowledge of every.
Yeah,
and that's where I think how we make a really good team is because that we both like with the technical stuff of the website stuff, or if she can't get to it, I can take care of her, vice versa. Right. Like we kind of just
but product development
equally annoy each other.
But product development affects finance, affects
everything.
Everything, right? And you need somebody that has your knowledge and hand in everything.
It's a well-oiled machine, if you will. That's what you want to call it. So
I get it, oil. You're so funny.
Okay, so all right. With that, why don't we go ahead and do a giveaway? We're not giving away the Joe action figure. I just thought it was
awesome. Darn.
So we'll announce it after. All right. So guys, if you can, are you good to go? For the travel kit, go ahead and type in hashtag Holly Knows. It could be the neoprene travel pouch with the LCW conditioner travel size, both 4 ounce, an oxhorn comb, and a dram sample pack, and a neutral bomb.
Whoa. It's like a nice little sampler. Take it with you. Yeah.
So go ahead and get that in the chat. We'll give you guys a minute here.
Fit in your motorcycle bag.
And then Big Joe, you think we can kind of ramp up this giveaway?
Oh boy.
Well,
it's about to go off the rails, folks.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, no, I'm gonna keep him on the leash with like all of a sudden we're giving away kits and all that. No,
we got to spice it up.
He'll be giving away equipment if you let him run wild.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a sample.
Where's the drill? Oh, Big Joe gave away last week.
Yeah, I got a DeWalt battery, no drill. I knew I should shoot that out. We got we got to amp it up. This Holly's second episode.
It is her night. Yep.
So how are people going to remember it? With every winner tonight. Yes, Holly, refrigerator magnet.
I knew you guys were up to something.
See?
Oh my goodness. I knew you guys were up to something.
So everyone that wins can get a official.
Who approved this?
God, Big Joe did this.
CVS.
He's like, hey, CVS has having a sale, and I'm like, you're an idiot. I'm like, so I just said tweak the thumbnail and send it to him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So oh boy, someone was
I have to see how I'm gonna see how we're accounting for this.
Actually, it came out in his pocket.
Yeah. No,
also I'm gonna get an invoice for.
Oh, you don't want me to submit the invoices.
I'm gonna need to see this invoice. Did you save your receipts, sir?
Before the end of the month. So, all right, guys. So let me pop that back up. So for the Holly Knows refrigerator magnet and a travel kit.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and pop up the
when
you
you're
realize you
traveling,
made my husband very upset that he does not have one of these magnets.
Oh, we'll send you one,
Yeah.
Holly.
Oh.
so when you're traveling with the kit, you can put this on your car.
Anywhere you're going, you can put it on the side of your car. You could put it
Yeah.
on the side of the plane. You know,
Yeah, the back bumper. Oh, they're pretty much
any
plastic.
semis.
Yeah, the truck goes by.
For whatever reason, guys. Oh no, it has it. Thank God.
Okay.
All right, guys.
I was like, don't do this.
No, I was gonna have to tell you guys to do it again, but go ahead and send it. All right.
All right, here we go.
Could be the big winner.
JJR.
All right, JJR. JJR, you know the rules. Reach out to support@beardoctane.com. Is Mo? I know Mo's in the chat, but is he tied up? I can keep track of everything.
I was gonna say, if you want to just scribble it down real quick.
JJR travel kit.
I know Court is also paying attention too.
Yep.
So.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it. And congrats. So just make sure to reach out to support@beardoctane.com and we'll get that right out to you with the travel kit. And
so for those folks who I saw asking, the way you enter in Joe's version of the world is he will give you a hashtag, and then you have about a minute or two to get the hashtag into the chat. And then we have a random picker that is through StreamYard, and it will just randomly pick a comment that matches that hashtag.
Yeah.
But make sure you're live. Make sure that little button down at the bottom corner says you're live.
Yeah, as we go, guys, on the next one, make sure give you guys a little bit extra time to get it. So
yeah.
Till then, all right.
Okay.
First question, Holly.
Okay.
All right, put the spinner down. Boom. All right. Devin via email wants to know, what does a day in the life look like for Holly at Beard Octane? Like the raw and the real routine.
Woo. So it differs by the day. So like there's not a typical day. I will say that since it's summer and my teens are off school, I usually hear Dawn's alarm go off, and then I feel a presence standing next to my side of the bed, and it's usually one of my children informing me, the sleeping person in bed, that they are hungry. And that is how my day starts. But in terms of work, I usually, get my morning brew of whatever I'm having that morning, sit down and I check on a bunch of technical things, any kind of overnight tickets, see if there's anything trending, see if there's any orders that came in, kind of wonky or anything like that. And I usually that's my slow morning. And then I go into, again, depending on the day or the season, what we need to do in terms of raw materials, what our shelf inventory is looking like, because Courtney keeps on top of that. So I know if I just check in the system, it's going to be clean. And then I deal with any kind of ordering, any kind of other technical stuff. I did say that I was doing a lot more technical stuff recently. And we've had a bot attack. We've been dealing with it for months. We're not the only ones. It's just bombing our lists over and over again. And I've discovered the pattern. So I go every morning and I clean out the honeypot where I trap them. And that's kind of my fun little, I got another 1,000 this morning. And I like pat myself on the back and I move on with my life. And then I text Joe with something like, "Good morning, Princess Sparkle Farts." And, we go through the list for the day, whether it be, okay, we got a new marketing thing coming up, or we're about to come up on half year inventory, which is a big deal. We've got a lot of planning for Q4. In fact, there's a lot of orders that are in process, a lot of products that we're already working on. Okay, where are we standing with this? And then we talk about, financials, just the brief health of the system. And then I usually go into a project in the afternoon, a lot of regulatory updates, things like that we have to keep up with, and then managing the wholesale side of the business.
Yeah, that's becoming a whole.
So there's a lot. I mean, if it's the first of the month, I'm doing reporting flat out.
And just to circle back on the morning Princess Sparkle Farts, whatever. I do have a Yeti from Holly with that engraved on it, so that is real. So
I got him an Octane Red Yeti.
Yep.
For his wine coolers.
Yep, absolutely. So, all right. Next question, Holly. Rob T on Facebook. What's something people would be surprised to learn that goes on behind the scenes at Beard Octane. Chaos, organized.
Chaos. It's organized chaos. No, actually, I don't want to make the joke it's a well-oiled machine. But the amount of regulatory paperwork and lot tracking and batch tracking and, standard operating procedure documentation would just numb your brain to think about.
Yep.
Every single time. And this goes in, I'm sure someone's going to ask a product development question at some point, but forgive me if I'm answering your question in advance, but to bring even something like this to the market, you go from concept to, then looking at all the different sourcing options. And then what do you want to do for raw materials? And then who do you want to go with for packaging? And then how does that fit into, your workflow? It's an actual project plan. And then you have to create all your documentation and all your UPCs and all your registrations and all these systems. It's a lot of work. And we're not like this massive conglomerate, we're not L'Oreal Paris or anything like that, but it's a lot of stuff that goes into it just to stay legal, well-oiled. I think most people would really just be shocked by the sheer amount of, I don't want to say busy work, but just paperwork we do.
Yeah.
And it's I think everybody has this idea of like, we're back there like, hey, evil scientists and pouring stuff in the vials and huffing fragrance. And
when you come
we do that, but
you see Eric making a product, not realizing all that's behind it.
Yeah. There's so many things that had to happen before you even get to the point where you're mixing the product.
So you guys see a product, I guess, on the front end of the business on the retail side, there's at least 6 to 9 months of maybe even longer of like research, development, testing, dialing in that comes along with that. So,
but there's fun stuff like Courtney hit on this with a comment a couple minutes ago, but the way that the name Onyx even came up is we were having a brainstorm meeting just as a team, and we've got our anniversary, our 7th anniversary in 6 months. Like, we really need to do something cool. These are the things we've done before. These are things that people have said, what are we going to come up with? And then, I think it was Courtney was like, well, is there some like gift that you get for your 7th anniversary? Like if you're married or something. And we were like, oh yeah, let's look that up. And I think it was the actual physical gift was wool. And we're like, well, we can't really give people wool. I got to come up with a wool beard oil, but the gemstone for a 7th anniversary is an onyx. And we were like, oh, that sounds really cool. We were like, oh yeah, that we all were like nodding. We're like, yeah, like we should do some, this should be all blacked out. And then we get excited and we start like going through like what it will look like and what it'll have. And that's like really where it kind of flows from. So,
yeah.
But we did this 6 months ago.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So awesome. All right. Next question, Holly. Reed Butler on Instagram. Where do you get your scents?
So I think this is a development question, like scent development, not necessarily like suppliers, because obviously we're not going to tell you our suppliers and who we work with and, all the different places, but like the ideas for our scents, our inspirations. A lot of it comes from those brainstorming sessions, or somebody goes, oh man, I smelled this thing the other day. I really think it could work. Like, let's look more into it. And, we have a library, as for lack of a better term, of these like huge cabinets full of these different scent components that we can kind of leverage and work through. And, we just were like, oh, okay. Like, how about we take a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And like, I think we went through for a lot of other things. There's actually a funny story behind Onyx. For a lot of other things, we typically go through several iterations of everybody smells it and everybody kind of weighs in, or, oh, I think it needs a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that. With Onyx, we had gotten a new shipment of like fragrance components to try. And one of them had leaked in the package.
Yeah, that's right.
And Courtney goes, this package smells amazing.
The whole box was saturated.
And we were like, really? It's on my hands and I can't stop smelling it. And I was like, okay, I think we've got a winner.
Yep.
So it went from there. So Courtney's a lot of the reason why Onyx smells the way it does, because she was just, whoa, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And it was all just an accident of the spilling. So
and doubted him from there. Yeah, it's truly amazing scent, guys. Definitely grab that. So, all right. Next question. Aaron Curtin, 76 on Instagram. What goes into managing inventory, production, and fulfillment all at once?
It's good systems and good people. I mean, it comes down to just flat out. I mean, you can have good people doing it, but if you don't have good systems to track it, and vice versa, you know, you need kind of both of those things to marry up. And we've got an amazing team on the floor. You know, Eric, Courtney, Walt, you know, Big Joe, Susie, everybody working in tandem, you know, and everybody kind of has their own like section of, you know, the process or the flow. And it's great to have a team that, you know, and again, everybody's got to learn to get there, but it's great to have a team that knows what has to be done, when it has to be done, and the order it has to be done. And it's just a well-oiled machine. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but you know, everybody's got a place and everybody is important to the way Beard Octane functions. So
not to pat us all on the back, but you know, when something comes in Susie Q and I will be packing orders, and Courtney will be in touch with Holly, and something will come up or something has to be tweaked, or Holly figured out an order was off or something like that, and we could just shift and get it done, you know, without, you know, oh my God, what do we got to do and this and that. I mean, we really can.
I think Walt breaks down and he has to huddle.
Yeah, Walt sobs a lot, and I think it's the shorts. Personal. Yeah.
They're cutting off the circulation.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Walt. He's always up for a good video.
He is. He definitely is.
We need Walt in more videos.
They're coming. All right, Jessica on Facebook. What's the most rewarding part about your role in the company?
All right, so I'm going to give two answers. One is the most rewarding part is seeing the customers just be thrilled with the experience, with the products. You know, they get their stuff and they're like, man, this is awesome. Or, you know, God forbid they have a problem with an order and we handle it. And they're like, man, thank you. Thank you for making that easy. Thank you for not, you know, that's the part where it's rewarding, where, you know, you guys as the end users enjoy the products, you know, like the experience. That is honestly the most rewarding. Now, on the side, some of the most rewarding stuff is just how much I can make that vein in Joe's forehead pop out with some of the ideas and things that I want to do and change, and just watching it throb in his forehead as he's just trying to keep it together and not yell at me.
You just went ahead and changed it, and it's done.
I'm like, yeah, I didn't even consult you. Sorry, it's just happened. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's it is what it is. But yeah, and to your point, Holly, that was another thing too, especially like second, third year, really starting to do like these beauty shows and expos, barbershop expos and stuff like that. Even having the like accounts, like either wholesale accounts or like the salons or barbershops we're working with, having them come back and how excited they are and thanking us about just the confidence in the brand and the products itself, because it's consistency, the quality's there, and them just loving the product and how it makes their clients feel, and it's easy for them. Not even so much like the selling part of it, but it gives their brand credibility with their customers as well. So just getting that feedback, it's like, holy crap, we're actually like legit. Like it's why we like really think about it, like, you know. But yeah, so that was a big thing, like really awesome to see this year. So all right, let's get on to the next one.
And John, we've started your question. Don't worry.
Yeah, I got it. With that, let's do another
smooth and style kit.
Yep. This one's gonna be for a corded heated beard brush, a neutral beard balm, and a neutral beard oil, guys. So let me pull up the hashtag that you will have to type in. Make sure you're live. We'll give you a little bit of delay there.
Please make sure you're live.
Yep. So type in just
hashtags.
Hashtag Holly So Smart.
Oh. Why do I feel like you're buttering me up for something horrifying later?
So
actually, yeah, it's not horrible to me, but
oh no.
So with that, guys, the corded heated beer brush, the oil and balm,
and
your magnet.
The Holly refrigerator magnet.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yep. And
oh my goodness!
If you won before, side by side with the Big Joe magnet.
Ooh, that's true.
Wow! Wow!
Fridge. You know, we should
I would have a place of honor next to the Big Joe magnet.
We should do other ones and make it a series.
Yeah, collective series.
You can collect the whole team.
Like
yeah.
Except for Walt, it's just his shorts.
Yeah, the magnet.
Still can see Walt's face, just his shorts.
The magnet of the month club.
Or it'd be like the old Garbage Pail Kids, where you got like the one piece of like the puzzle.
Oh my goodness!
You gotta like piece together, and you got like half of Eric's face. You gotta get like the whole collection of pieces.
The McDonald's Monopoly game, where you got 42 Park Places, and they only printed one Broadway. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness!
Boardwalk.
That's what that's what we should do. We should make a big magnet.
You better save your CVS coupons.
A big puzzle. And just like don't print one piece.
So dumb. All right, guys.
Is Mo still in the chat? I haven't seen Mo. Mo, are you still there?
He's in there, but
okay.
Find the tanning bed or something. All right, with that, guys, for the heated beer brush, oil balm, and the refrigerator magnet, let's go ahead and kick this off. Oh.
It looks like Holly SOS March. Just FYI.
So smart.
SOS.
John Evans. Congrats, brother. John, you know the deal. Just reach out to support@beardoctane.com with your government. Obviously, this could be your name, and then your valid shipping address. We'll get that right out to you. So congrats on that. Let me pop this one back up. Reset this. Get banner off.
And please make sure you're live.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, guys. Just make sure you're live. That way you don't miss out on the giveaways, and keep this rolling here.
Should we recap the sale? And
yeah, I was gonna say, we're on slide 20 again, guys. Boom, 7-year anniversary sale. I know we had a bunch of new people that came in. 7 years, July 4th, America. Oils, butters, and balms, $17.76, America. We also have that Ask Holly discount code that's valid till midnight for an extra 10% off. We have spend 25 or more, you get the travel pouch, 50 or more, free beard oil, mystery oil, $75 or more, beard butter, $100 or more, you get the beard wash. They all stack, and that is before any kind of tax, shipping or anything like that. So just make sure you reach those.
And after discounts.
After discounts as well. So, and 15% off everything else. So it's a pretty gnarly sale. And if you missed it, boom, we released our Onyx box. Absolutely amazing. Boom. Comes with a 4-ounce LCW, the oil, the 2-ounce beard butter, and the solid cologne there as well. Absolutely.
And that is a sweet set. Yeah, it is really nice.
Crispy box, magnetic shut. It's definitely take advantage of that. And that's discounted on the website as well. So take advantage of that, guys. Boom. All right. Let me get back.
Oh, there's Mo. Hey, Joe, can you give him a wrench? Because he went and changed his account. I'm just going to huff the Onyx here while you're doing it.
Mo did?
Yes.
The Mo Snacks?
Mo Snacks.
Mo Snacks. Mo Snacks. Mo Snacks.
The scent profile for Onyx is amazing.
It's absolutely majestic, actually.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
All right, guys.
It is a cologne scent. It is definitely a cologne scent.
Actually, you know what? I'll make a little banner for that.
Yeah, there we go. Driftwood, amber musk, leather, sophistication. It's not the darkest cologne that we've run, but it's a darker cologne, but it's like a warm but sexy kind of, a little bit wood, a little bit of leather kind of thing. It's nice. And I think Mr. Dover, Ben Cart, I think you have
Yes, he
the
does.
box, and so you could weigh in on it if you so desired.
That means do it, Ben.
Do it.
Boom. All right.
It definitely sounds like it's really nice. Like I said, it's just smooth, sexy, and yep, there we go. Yeah, smooth. And because it is launching with the 7th anniversary sale, it is on sale.
Boom. There we go. Just think about that, guys.
Think about it.
All right, Holly. Our next question from Tatted Bearded Vet. Thank you for your service. How do you decide what scents go together to make up a scent profile?
Oh, well, yeah. So a little bit of trial and error, but a little bit of, I don't want to say it's like color theory when you think about like, which things match together, but there are certain scent families that kind of go well together. Like woods can go really well with citruses. But they also can go well with, darker profiles like tobaccos and stuff like that. So we have, and I touched on this a little bit before, we have a scent library of different scent components, some ambers, some leathers, some musks, different cologne components, stuff like that. And when it's time to do new scents for development, get together and go, okay, try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that. And we did, we kind of throw out some ballpark, a percentage of this, percentage of that, percentage of this, put it all together in different, like we do really small. It's funny because we use like a lot of times the jeweler scales, because you're just blending small amounts at first just to see if the profiles even go together. Yeah. Because what you think of in theory, like, oh, these things sound like they'd be amazing together. And then you smell it and you're like, this smells like a diaper. Never mind, Yep. So there's a lot of trial and error that goes through before it even makes it to then putting it in the oil, because a lot of times you'll find that what smells good when you've blended all the different fragrance components, once it hits the oil or the butter or the wash, sometimes that changes the way the different notes, the top notes, the middle notes, and the bottom notes of the fragrance sort of, I don't want to say burn off for lack of a better term, but evaporate. And you get something that doesn't quite smell like what the fragrance straight smelled like. And I will save the next comment because I'm sure somebody's going to ask about colognes and that, because there's a chemical change that happens with colognes too. So I'm going to save it because I guarantee you someone's going to ask, and I don't want to answer it before they've asked.
Very good. All right. Next question.
But now you have to trust. It's almost like when you watch the cooking shows, everybody has a different palate. So you have to trust.
Oh yeah.
Or know the noses in your group. Everybody.
What smells good to one person isn't always going to smell good to another person.
That, and if you run into the whole thing too, and being in compliance, something may smell absolutely amazing, but then when you look at the IFRA, how much the concentration percentages of how much you can use, because every body part you can put something stronger on your hand versus on your face. Okay. So what may smell amazing, but also you look at it has a poor IFRA, you can't do a high concentration. So you may not even be able to use that fragrance scent because of the concentration.
Yeah, it might work amazing in soap because it's a wash-off product. Yeah, but then when it's a leave-in product, it's like, oh, okay, well, you got to use a much smaller percentage. And then we have in our library, we try to stock things that have a higher specific facial use, not necessarily. We formulate for the beard oil, the butters, the wash, the core kind of products. If it also then works in something like soap, etc., that's just a bonus to us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The bread and butter is literally the oil and butter.
Yeah.
So
literally.
But you have to be able to trust, trust the noses within your group.
Yeah. I mean, and we got a pretty good circle of people that like different things.
Yeah. Right. But yet we'll sort of pick up on what you're trying to do. Yeah. The notes.
Yep. Test it. But then again, over time, some stuff kind of fades away and you make room for new stuff, and how he murders it. So
say if you guys don't buy it in enough time, I will murder it.
Yep, absolutely. So, all right, on to the next one. Ryan from Instagram. And guys, for the ones from the socials, everything like that, if we picked your question, reach out to us. I'm going to send you out a beard oil because that was nice of you guys to participate in that. So, Ryan wants to know, do you foresee the industry moving towards purely essential oil-based products?
No. Okay. And I will explain why. There is a place for essential oil only and more essential fragrances. However, you are limited by essential oils through a myriad of reasons. A lot of them don't have good IFRAs for the face. Some of them, because they are natural sourced ingredients, if you have a bad year for a crop, the cost will be astronomical. I'll give an example of two, actually. One, patchouli, where most of the patchouli crops are grown in Indonesia, etc., even into India. There was a horrible harvest due to a ton more rain than usual. So there is a scarcity of the actual material, the actual patchouli leaves, to actually make the essential oil. So the price has more than doubled in the last 2 years. So, it's an amazing oil. It exists in a lot of fine fragrances, even if you don't know it's there, because it makes such a great base note and such a good anchor. Yeah. It is a really great oil, but right now it is ridiculously expensive. Will that eventually switch to being less? Yes, lavender had this happen. There was a really terrible lavender crop about 6 years ago, and the cost of lavender essential oil went through the roof. If there's a really bad harvest with citrus, your oranges are going to be ridiculously expensive. So there's a lot of variation that you get with the natural products from that type of thing, or like an area where it's imported we no longer do business with, or the geopolitical framing of the world. There's now a 50% tariff on it. That's just, even if there's an abundance of it, it's still going to be more expensive. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into essential oils and components and things like that, where you can control better for that with lab created ingredients. And then there's some things like true sandalwood, which is from the actual sandalwood trees. It is a very, and even frankincense from the tears, it's made from a resin that's essentially like the weeping of the wood of the trees. And it's a lot of those trees are dying off. And so it's like getting more and more rare to get the actual resin to then make the essential oil. So, that's just one marketplace and like reality of it. Now, is there a place for it? Are there people who are willing to buy and only want to have essential oil products? Absolutely. There's a place for everything. Whether or not the whole industry moves, though, no, I just don't see that happening at all. Will there be more people who crop up and try it? Sure. There always are, and there's always places for those.
Well put. Boom.
I'm sorry, there was a little bit more like finance there than I intended.
But spot on. There's so many factors that tie into that, because a lot of stuff you can't get from, you have to get it from outside the country. And we can grow like little bits here, but not production levels.
That's
we don't have coconut groves, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before, that look, just in that answer about essential oils, what affects it. You have rainfall, on the other side of Earth, and then tariffs, and then there's so many factors that you have to balance.
From a business standpoint,
right?
You like to be able to project your numbers, but then also you have all these foreseen factors that weigh in on it.
So you're trying to develop an essential oil product, but yet what kills it? Too much rain over here, or was a crop fine,
or just the sheer expense of what you're working with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alex on Instagram. If Beard Octane made a scent inspired by you, Holly, what would it smell like and why?
Sunshine and lollipops. Because I'm such a personality.
You are. Holly has her pretty much all the scents we come out. She has her little. I'm
sorry, Joe. What do you think it would smell like? Despair and sarcasm.
I was looking for the censor button. I just got that. I was like, beep, 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 beep. Oh man. But
oh no, I like the brighter ones. I think in the lineup right now, I mean, Onyx is darker than I would normally prefer, but I do like it. I think Victory and Positive Charge and Cold Start and Envy probably are my tops, just because I do like those kind of more, bright, fresh kind of things, for lack of a better term. But I mean, if there was a scent, it would probably have lavender in it. Let's just be real. Yeah. It would probably have lavender in it and maybe some vanilla.
And to that point too, like everyone here has their, has a hand into the fragrances.
I saw that, Eric.
Yeah. So, oak moss.
What do you say?
Oak moss.
Oak moss.
Oak moss.
Never living that one down.
All right. This person on Instagram. When the beard wash jug return?
I feel like he asked this before.
I was wondering that before. That's why I was like, all right, let me put, because was he the same person?
I guess he's just shooting his shot. Like if he has to know.
The SAE bottle.
If you keep adding it up, we got 10 people. It's the same guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. And I'll be blunt. Two factors. One, supplying the suppliers is getting those from places that aren't dealing, because it was an SAE bottle. Getting it from places that are geared towards cosmetics, it's kind of non-existent. But also, it already takes people forever to go through a bottle of LCW.
Yeah.
If you give them like 3 times the size of the bottle of LCW, we'll never see you again.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my neutral SAE bottle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're sitting there pumping that thing forever.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm showing it's still there.
They do have
still there.
They do have like mini ones, but
really,
yeah. But the cost of them and the supply,
and Walter makes a good point. If we try to fit anything else in the shop right now,
that is true, Walter.
We have no room.
I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put those. I think once I get the freight crate out of the way, I gotta do some repairs to that. I'll get that out of here this weekend, hopefully. And then on the side, I got to put the retail display boxes somewhere. I was literally leaving this morning. The house is more like.
I guess I shouldn't tell you what else is on the way.
Oh God! What?
Nothing.
I went to get a roll of tape the other day, and there was the sample machine was there. I was like, "Where's my tape?"
Oh, that. Oh yeah. There's a good one for you, Holly. Walter 25 Smith on Instagram.
Well,
wants to know, why are you always yelling?
You would keep your clothes on in the workshop. I wouldn't have to yell.
It's so dang hot in here.
I was scared on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
All right, guys, let's break it up a little bit. Let's do another giveaway. The swag bundle. Let me get this set up for you guys. Make sure you guys are live as well. This one's gonna be hashtag Churro rules.
If my cat could care, I'm sure he'd be.
Oh yeah, yeah. So just
while they are doing this, I will explain. I have this monstrously large cat.
Yeah,
he's 4 feet long. That's not an exaggeration, and he's 20 pounds. He's bigger than some people's Pomeranians.
He's a wheelbarrow.
He's just an orange cat off the streets.
Off the streets.
He literally was a rescue. Yeah. We don't know anything about him, but he is massive.
Unreal. So, guys, this could be for the swag bundle. We're going to need your shirt size. So, if you win this, reach out at beardoctane.com. Let us know your shirt size. So, obviously, you're going to get a shirt, a hat, a drawstring logo bag, a Beard Octane koozie, a neoprene pouch, a Beard Octane notepad, and a Beard Octane pen. And Holly Nose refrigerator magnet to top it off to sweeten up that bounty. So
you know what? Speaking of the shirts, if you are a guy who is on the larger size, if you are looking at our shirts, we have added extended sizes in several of the shirts, including the new shirts that Joe has designed.
You know, I need to put a slide. Let me.
You got new shirts?
Yeah. We got new shirts, and I made sure that we ordered an expanded number of sizes.
Yes, so I can. I'll pull that up while you guys are still typing that.
So for you former NFL players, we got you with the 3 and the 4X.
Okay, let me share screen. We'll show this one.
There it is.
That's a new shirt. That one, and then. Oops. Look at me, look like that for yellow.
And beard lube.
Some beard lube. Lube and beards.
Beard lube.
18.
So fuel for your facial fur. I like that logo.
Jeremy, I will double check. I know we ordered expanded sizes hoodies, but I do not know if they had the 5s. But I will.
No, we did for the shirts. We did at least 4X.
We did at least 4. But the hoodies, I don't think they had it in the catalog for us to order. But we'll look.
All right, guys. Boom. For the swag pack.
So Rambo 38, I will tell you after this. I'll answer that after this drawing.
I can tell. Boom. Congrats.
Mike H.
And we need a shirt size.
Yep, Mike, support at beardoctane.com. Shipping address and just shirt size. We'll get that right out to you, along with the Holly Nose refrigerator.
I can't believe it. Congrats, you've got my face on your fridge.
Forever.
So the question was about the beard wash bar, I believe, not the soap bar. And I'm gonna assume he's asking about the beard wash bar, since he mentioned LCW. So we found this to be the case is if you share your shower with other people, they have typically been using it and not telling you, because my husband just finished his Cold Start Beard Wash bar from when we first launched them.
Yeah.
So, and he uses it daily, multiple times, and always keeps it high and dry away from any of the shower streams. The only time it gets lower is when I decide to wash my hair with it. So, we've had other people come back and go, oh, I found out my kids were using it, or I found out my wife was using it, or my girlfriend's been stealing it, apparently. So if you are keeping it up and high and dry, you need to look for your shower gnomes, because they just don't dissolve on their own.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that also the solid beard wash bar. Just make sure if you guys have that, keep it out of water. Keep it in the soap dish, because that will
soap dish. And I usually just take it and put it off to the side up the top, just completely out of the way.
That'll last you.
Oh no, I've been found out.
That'll last you a long time. Oh, Don's, you just dimed Don out.
Sorry.
Actually, Don, we're gonna get you. I don't know if you saw Don. We're going to get you your.
Oh yeah, because that's all my husband needs is my face saying that I know on the fridge.
He knows the term. Yes, dear. Like it's just.
Yeah.
So, all right. On to the questions.
All
right. Kevin wants to know, what do you believe that sets Beard Octane apart from other small batch companies? And there's a second part to this one.
All right. Cool. Can I see the second part? Am I allowed to see the second part?
Also, what do you believe that sets you apart from the like a 2-part? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there are a lot of great
we have
multiple
multiple fridges. We'll get you stocked up, buddy.
Do not send a pile of those magnets to
his lockers at the pool.
Yeah. Because I will be finding them in places. I find it attached to the wall in the shower. I'm like, what?
Yeah, right.
So there are a lot of great, I was saying, there are a lot of great small batch companies. What sets us apart, we differentiate, that there's your answer. We're different. We have, you know, a blend that works great. We have a really awesome team. I'm not saying that nobody else's blend is good or this and that. I mean, we know our customers. We really focus on the service after the sale. It's not just trying to get you to come buy a bottle of oil. And I'm not talking smack about anybody. I'm just saying we actually make what we're selling you. You know, there's an actual facility, you know, obviously behind Joe and Joe. And like the people who are on the stream actually touch the product with gloves on and pack it and ship it.
Workshop.
It is 100% a family owned and operated, except me. I'm just like the redheaded stepchild. Operation there. We care about everybody. We want you to care about our products. We want you to like our products. And hey, you know what? If you don't like a product, let us know. We are going to make it right for you.
We actually take it personal.
We're like, oh my goodness, this person did not like this. What can we do?
To say that.
That
every if a comment or a complaint comes in or something, even I mean, you know, we're always goofing around about shipping and that. You know, we take it to heart, and you want to.
We're like, oh my goodness,
as soon as you can, and we try to make a little joke out of it. You know, and actually, I think the sense of humor that we all seem to have and share also, I think, sets us apart. I don't know if you know how serious everybody else is, but you know, but you can just pick up as a different vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. That
we're doing it for the right reason.
Yeah.
And just, we believe in what we're doing it. And big part of it, we take it personal.
And we're not trying to rain on other people's parades.
No. And like in how you made a great point, there are amazing companies out there. And I've said this, you can go back to when we first started and we started getting involved with like the beer community and live streams. I've always said, and trust me, I help many companies behind the scenes still to this day. When I first started and that came to bite me in the butt, but I still, because that's just who I am. There are enough beards in the world where there's enough seats at the table that what we're doing, it's not going to bother.
As I say, have you been in the grocery store lately?
Yeah,
there's not one kind of bread in the bread aisle. You know,
people use multiple brands. That's the beauty of it. Yeah.
Well, I saw that at the expo that the other beer companies come up. Yeah, you know what I mean, if there was animosity or something, they would just walk by you. But you could just tell that, you know, everybody's helping each other, you know, and where you're at in that. I mean, I really don't know, but you know, you could just see that, you know, everybody's helping everybody, and that's, and if they could come to us or you to for that answer, I think that's what sets you apart.
And we don't, you know, we don't focus on what our competition is doing. I honestly couldn't tell you.
No disrespect to anybody out there, if anybody watching,
we don't have time.
Exactly. And then I've always said that too, is like, you should be working hard enough on your own brand and what you're doing where you do not even have time to think about what anybody else. Like, obviously we have our you know, figuring out the pulse of what's going on with the industry and the community and stuff like that. You have to run a smart business. But in regards to what our plan is and what we're projecting, what we're doing, unrelated. You know, it's just
we're not reacting.
Yes.
That's the best thing. We're not reacting.
Yep.
You know, and honestly, I couldn't even tell you what their marketing is. And I know that sounds like a terrible thing to say. It's just, but that's not, we know our customer, we know what we're focused on, and we know the direction that we're going. We don't
spending time and energy on that is less time and energy on our own.
I do not have time for it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I know this is way enough.
Yeah.
But like that also, you know, what makes us a good small batch company is what sets us apart from big cosmetic corporations. Are you gonna get the kind of hand, you know, I don't want to say hand holding, but like, you know, the kind of concern around whether or not you like the product from L'Oreal, you know, from Target? Then they don't care, you know. We care. We make it. We care.
Yeah, you're not reacting. You're interacting.
Yeah, Barry has a great comment.
Absolutely.
Well, that's like I was just looking at something on Amazon, and you look at so it's obviously bigger companies, but you look at it, and then it's all the complaints, 99% of the complaints you see out there, it's not about the product, it's about the customer service.
Oh yeah.
I think definitely sets Beard Octane apart.
Yeah.
That even as you grow, I'm confident that hands-on, we're going to take care of you. You're as important as anything else. That we got to make this right.
Right.
So I think that's what sets us apart.
You're supporting our lives. Yeah, we take that. We don't take that lightly. Like, people depend on.
Yeah, there are multiple households that depend on this organization.
So we want you guys to come back and support. Like, that's But
you guys, but as much energy as you and Holly and everybody here puts into it, the customer, they can go anywhere else. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they trust. They trust the product. The product.
Yeah.
That it's going to give them what they want. The LCW, it's going to perform. And if for some reason, it didn't get to them, or something's off, that you're going to take care of it. I think that's what really does it.
Yeah. So I think that probably covers the second part too, in regards to like the.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not just saying, Big Brother's watching, or whatever companies out there, cool. But I mean, I don't see them doing live streams where you got the owner, his father, Holly, you got the family interacting with
father,
you guys.
Holly.
You're talking to Mo, who you guys all know from the community. He does our customer service. Like, you're talking to us.
Like, we're real people who
we're accessible. We're here behind the brand. We're not just sitting here like on a boat somewhere and looking at numbers. It's definitely not the case. So, but thank you guys.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next question, Brian on Facebook. What's the one part of production process that people completely underestimate?
It's the batch tracking.
Yeah.
The people. It's one of those things where you don't realize it until you realize it. It's just tracking all the different lots that go into making a batch.
Yeah,
it's a lot. No pun intended.
Yeah. So basically, what I was referring to on the bottom of they're in the box or whatever, but this one, yeah. So like this LCW bottle, fallback. I don't know if you guys could see it.
There you go. That white line.
So that white code there, that's a batch code. So God forbid there was ever an issue, or we got, FDA comes here, hey, we need this batch code, whatever. We can tell you every component of this product, the individual product, where it came from, the dates on it, everything. We track down everything. So like our beard oil, we can tell you where the argan oil came from, the sweet almond oil, the fresh coconut oil, each of those individual components, we can backtrack where that stuff came from. So like that stuff, like when something comes in, Courtney has to take those numbers, the lot numbers from the suppliers, and we have to put that into our software. That way, when we build out, we make a drum of beard oil, we have to put those individual components, which then make this new batch code. And it's little stuff like that.
People, it's one of the many.
Watching this, you're probably just like, what?
They're like, well, it's the most unsexy thing, but it is one of the more critical things.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that, as you grow, that's the stuff you need to have in compliance, because God forbid if something happens that's out of our control, we can then go back. Hey, this is where it came from, and take care of it. So, all right, next one. I think I kind of skipped over. All right. This Dominic.
Okay, yeah, I knew somebody was going to ask, and it was bad.
This one, Dominic. Why do you think people trust Beard Octane so much? Kind of graded out by accident.
Okay, I see it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes back to what we're talking about.
I think we literally just taught when we touched on what sets us apart and what goes into production. Even if you don't know yet, there's a lot of work that goes in. You can tell the level of quality and the level of care that we put into this.
Yeah.
And I think that in and of itself speaks volumes. And we're accessible,
Yep.
If you write in, you're going to get one of us. We're actually doing the work.
Yep.
I think the what you just said, the quality and the care. I think the care guarantees the quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, that
they go hand in hand for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's probably the number one thing is the care. And then that makes it easier for everything else to fall in line, I think. Yeah.
All right. And then Mr. Ben Taff, long time Brendan. And
yes, Mr. Dover.
Yeah.
What the struggles with a spray cologne?
Spray cologne. Will we ever see one from Beard Octane?
So we've done some testing. And we haven't and this is another thing. We're not going to put it out if we're not happy with it. And this is one of those ones that we did testing, and just like I mentioned, you know, if it smells good in the bottle when you're first blending and then you put it into the oil and then it changes and the notes change, we found that at least 4 or 5 of the fragrances that we use, once they kind of go into the base that you use for, I'll say perfumes for lack of a better term, but like colognes, like actual spray colognes, because there's a lot of like different alcohols and stuff that go into that. The notes sort of morph. And some of them start opening up more floral than they do in Beard when they're in the oil or the butter or something like that. So the top notes blossom, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
But then secondary to that is once you start getting into the eau de parfum and like all that other stuff, you have a different shipping problem because the level of flammability that some of these bases have, and you're restricted to ground only shipping. And then there's more like stickers that you have to put on everything. And, you know, there's like a hazmat concern. It was one of those things where it's like, it's not core to what we do. And the EDCs actually do a hell of a job and at a much more reasonable price point.
That is one thing I will step in and say in regards to we are so extremely
yes, Barry.
Hold that thought. Okay, what's up?
How does she know all this stuff?
Well, you have a magnet.
Yeah,
you have a magnet. Holly knows.
Like, duh. The alcohol content, the shipping.
Well, that's what I'm like. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even like when we do our cordless heater brush. Well, now that's a lithium sticker that we have to go on, and you have it with Amazon. It was off by a digit.
It was off by a digit. It was a 34 instead of a 35. I can't remember the digit, but
simple stuff like that. Like
very simple.
Hold ourselves to a standard, as tedious as it is, and Holly's called me on it before, but like that's not the right way to do it. And something like whatever, whether some kind of regulation. She's like, we have to do it this way because I'm like, we really have to. She's like, we have to, and like. Especially shipping.
Yeah. I don't like it. You don't like it, but we have to do it. So we got to do it.
I think that's a big part too. What separates us a lot from either small batch or, the big batch has to do it anyways. But like, we're compliant on everything that we can be, especially when it comes to you're shipping alcohol basically in a box. You know, not to say that other companies are doing that and they're not following, they're compliant. I have no idea, but I'm just saying there's
we don't know what they're doing. Yeah,
and that's just something. Like you said. How do you know that? But it's those little tedious things that people don't realize. There's a lot more to just the product. Well, okay, now you have to ship it differently, or you have to pay more to ship it.
I think Joe and I have had these kinds of conversations before. He's like, "What do you think of this?" And I go, "Well, let's go through the list of all the things that we would have to do that." Like,
my dreams get crushed.
Yeah.
See,
what does this mean?
I'll just put up.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I think
really
and I think
honestly,
to be honest with you.
Yep.
I mean, these are. I mean, you can take these in your luggage. They're going to melt on your finger, but they're not going to really melt in transit.
Yeah, there's a higher concentration.
Super convenient. They really are.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Ben. And then let me just.
It's just such a satisfying sound. Just like.
That magnet.
Yes.
Click. Tina Bean, where do you envision Beard Octane in? And this is Big Red's. Wife.
Okay.
Okay.
Beard Octane in another 7 years.
And another 7 years. Wow.
7 now. This will look like that.
Yeah. Yes, I'll be dyeing my hair more.
Oh.
I do think we are. I see us with a much bigger facility
in a bigger shop. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Courtney.
In a much bigger shop.
Yeah.
We will probably have expanded the product lines because we have a much bigger shop and production facility. I think we would have pretty much the core team, but we would have several more team members to help out with things, you know, either part-time or like we would be helping more people's households by hiring more people. And that's always important, giving back to the local economy, giving back to more of the organizations that, you know, Joe works closely with. I think, honestly, I see us growing. I see us continuing to grow. I see Joe becoming much more involved in some of the day-to-day that I do, because I do believe he would be retired from his day job at that point.
Years and change, almost.
Yes. So I think we could be even more of a juggernaut.
Now?
Yeah, you get sick of him now. Like it's
you have no idea.
The moment he retires, it's all over.
Walt.
But see, I didn't think. I was surprised when she said the product line would grow.
Yeah, I mean, we've got we would have more room.
Yeah,
we would have.
That's a lot of like the conditioners.
We would go deeper.
Like it's stuff that we could do. Is you have to realize we're like basically working off of 300 square feet of manufacturing space, right?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Well, the first 10,000 feet you add would just be for us to stretch our elbows, let alone add equipment.
You know, place to hang your coat up.
Yeah, yeah. You know, what about the break room? Can we start there? You know.
Oh, try. Yeah.
Wait, who authorized a break room?
Yeah. There's no breaks.
Yeah,
no breaks.
Everyone thinks this stuff is cheap and free, but
no. But I mean, we could look. Hey, we expand that we could do conditioner in every set.
Yeah. You could bring Citrafella back. Somebody had that in the beginning.
You can dream, but yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get that one past Holly, buddy. Good luck.
Yep.
Good luck. All right.
But yeah, no, I see it growing, evolving, expanding. I do.
I think that was all like the pre
Oh, is it?
Nope, actually, yeah.
No.
Yep.
All right.
All right, let's ask the audience, and then I have a section. I've been starting the questions as we go along.
Cool.
So
Perfect. Great.
We'll get into those guys. What's everyone's go-to Beard Octane scent right now? Let us know in the chat. Me personally, it's gonna be Onyx for quite some time. I just cracked that bad boy open, really got into it. I had the testers I went through, obviously, but like now having the finished product on the bathroom sink and crispy and
yeah, I was Envy. And then I just started probably the last week with Positive Charge.
Yep.
And I said, okay, probably the two of them, you know, back and forth, definitely right there. But I don't think Susie Q smelled this yet.
She may not have.
Oh, she might not have.
We made them, and then we were.
No, we just saw it this past Monday. So yeah, I think this might be
because a lot of the stuff was all put to the side for waiting for the boxes to come in.
And really, man, I just can't get over how good it looks. Like we conceptualized this for so long that seeing it actually put together,
like when the box
just looks so good. Yeah. I mean, it smells good. We all knew it was going to smell good, but like the presentation is just chef's kiss. It's just so nice.
Yeah, somebody just opened up Mating Ritual. Yep.
Yeah, Mating Ritual.
Yeah, Mating Ritual is very clean.
Amazing scent too.
That's more of an herbal, like slight cologne note kind of thing. It's more like a woodland cologne, I would say. It just looks so clean, so fresh, so nice.
Yeah, no, it really is.
It really is. I have no idea how we're gonna top this.
Yeah, that's what we said. We're like, well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, like, what are we gonna do next time? What are we gonna do on the 8th anniversary? Oh my goodness.
So this is a question from Mo. You're stranded on an island. You could bring one Beard Octane product and one snack. What's it going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, definitely an LCW.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just saying because
Yeah,
no matter,
LCW.
you know, even
Yep.
if it was a you know, I could just listed all my cents, even if it was neutral, LCW, no doubt about it.
Yep.
And I just got into the Cheez-Its with ridges. Crispy, thin.
I would definitely be taking the jerky. I would be taking the jerky.
Beef
Yeah.
octane.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Nicholas just said beef octane. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if it's hot, then the Snickers are gonna melt. So you got to.
Well, that's why I didn't say ice
you
cream.
could still eat it. I guess it doesn't really
That's
matter.
what I think. Yeah, LCW and beef jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the LCW. Yeah, no matter what scent, you gotta.
Yeah,
the LCW.
Yeah, obviously the oil is very important, but if you're
Yeah.
on the island, dry and
Oh yeah, I think
sun, salt water.
Bobby, the solid beard wash bar, yeah, and the beef jerky. That would like just for portability. That would actually work.
Yeah.
LCW and pork skins.
Huh?
Oh yeah, chicharrones.
Yeah. Trapper John, Nitro counts as coffee and blueberries.
Oh, so that is your snack. You're done.
There you go.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. If you were given $5 to buy something at the gas station,
now what year is that now?
I was thinking that when I was writing this.
I was like, you could maybe get like
97.
In 97, you could get a lot more. Yeah.
All right. Say you were given $10. Yeah.
$10. Yeah.
I would say a Coca-Cola with a splash of cherry, slushy or Slurpee, whatever, and oh man, the tangy taffy stuff's amazing. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Oh man, what about you, Big Joe?
Yeah, the Slurpee sounds good, but it's only the one gas station. I'm into the Snoop Dogg chips.
Did you try them? Which ones are those?
Best
ones?
Way.
Are they barbecue or which ones are the ones?
He has like 2 or 3 different flavors.
Because there's
the Snoop Dogg potato chips.
My regular day job, we go into some establishments that have quite a few of all the like rapper chips.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
they're really good.
The one I saw was just a Snoop Dogg. They were really good. Yeah.
Oh, I would definitely get a fountain Coke because fountain Coke hits different.
Yeah,
it just hits different. And
that McDonald's does different.
There's something with their syrup or something like that.
It's sweeter and it has that snap.
It almost has like a cinnamon like afternote to it. It's hard to describe.
Sour Patch Courtney.
But I would do that and probably I don't know. It depends on if I would get a whatchamacallit bar if I wanted something sweet, or I would
scratch off.
Or I would get a bag of Cheez-Its.
Yeah, if you win, you can buy whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right.
A bag of Cheez-Its.
Yeah. Yep.
If you guys were given full command of Beard Octane, what product would you like to see manufactured and why?
That's a good one.
So we're gonna steal your idea and run away with it. And
oh yeah, Courtney, I would get the York peppermint patties, but not with a Coke. I don't know what that is. Not with a Coke though. But I would get them with like a bottle of water. I would.
No,
you want the peppermint with the the carbonation.
Smarty ropes. Yeah, all those sour stuff. I'm a sucker for. Pretty terrifying. A lot of tall boy.
Nice.
Mr. Goodbar. I haven't seen Mr. Goodbar in forever.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? Don would legit get that same combo.
Really?
Exact same combo.
All right. What product would you make? Women products. So my wife would stop using mine.
Any product's a woman product if you think hard enough.
This is good for women's hair and
shaving bag for more products of travel.
Body wash. Well, we had the body soap now. We used to do a liquid beard body wash, but we went to the solid beard soap.
Yeah.
I saw a clone if it was 1 ounce instead of a 0.5. I mean,
no, it's a 0.5.
Yeah, it's a 0.5. Yeah. Head shampoo. I don't have the need for that, Walter.
Yeah, well,
use the LCW.
Oh, know your audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say the beard wash bars actually work pretty well on your head.
Yep. The shaving bag for more products. We had the travel pouch, the neoprene. What's we got?
Well, he wants to see. I do my beard product in the pouch and my other stuff in the bag. So he wants to try combine.
We had one, but then
it says 1 ounce. Okay. good catch. I will get that, Loki. I'll get that right now.
Because
the 1 ounce would be huge.
Wow.
All plugs for that.
I'll fix that right now.
We did get patches in the fan mail there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a line. I'm into my swag.
Swag.
Your cat mask. Oh yeah, for the Onyx thing. Ball wash. We got bar soap for that.
Like if you need a special wash for that, you need like no offense, like respectfully.
And you need a physician.
Like maybe get the detachable sprayer and just like get around there and do your business.
Yeah.
Where's my bell center? He gave it away.
The whole fad with the
Loki, I fixed it. Thank you.
I think I never had a problem with body soap or dab LCW goes a
I
long
was
way.
gonna say LCW or bar soap or there's little dab will do you.
That's all.
Undercarriage.
Yeah.
Perry
actually, I think Eric said that.
Just be careful with the cold start, man, because your undercarriage could get a little tingly.
We had candles. The cost in candles is rough. So
the process for candles was oof.
Guys, let us know if you had fun tonight. This was the second episode of the Ask Holly. We tried doing these 1 a quarter, so that would be
quad annually. That one there's something I don't know. I don't know
September. That'd be right before we kick off.
It's just quarterly. There's no fancy other way to say it. Just quarterly.
Yeah. So no, this is the last one. It was really to mess with Holly, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, to really show or get an insight, another perspective of what really goes on and what really goes into a company like Beard Octane. But the feedback and the comments and interaction from that first episode, if you will, was awesome. I think people really opened up a lot of people's eyes, and you really get to see what goes into running a company, let alone a beard oil company, if you will. So
do we want to hit the start questions now?
Yep.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't in on what this. A giveaway. Wait, don't do this to me.
We'll do the star questions first. We'll make them. We'll do the star questions.
Excited there for a second.
We'll keep them here longer.
Or if not, I can make up a giveaway.
We got it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no. I'm watching you.
The cold start deodorant. That is, we're actually manufacturing that. Did we run out of that?
Yes, we ran out of that. You took it to the show and then we ran out.
Yeah.
And because of the supplier issue we have right now with the tubes,
probably very soon. Something I came up with a resolution today.
We all were kind of virtually high-fiving today that we've come up with a solution for the tubes.
And then Chris, I was unaware that I think I have some here. So tomorrow I will make some more desert camo hats if we ran out on the website, and I'll get them back up there. I didn't realize they trickled out, so we'll get those up, buddy. Boom. What's your favorite Beard Octane scent and why? Now, I mean, Onyx is new, but this one slaps. Crispy, clean, sophisticated. Wear it anytime. It's not overpowering, and it just looks badass.
It looks amazing.
It really does. Just the box itself, yeah, absolutely amazing. But usually Grizzly Puncher, MV, the my typical go-tos.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Hi guys, I recently heard discussion that jojoba oil and argan may not be preferable in beard oil mixes, especially at higher percentage levels. Can you share your take on that? Much appreciated.
I'd really be curious of the source of that discussion, or if it's just, I would love, Trapper John, if you wouldn't mind reaching out to support with some of the supporting, for lack of a better term, supporting documentation on that. I'd be really, really curious to see, because these are oils that have been around.
Yeah, and jojoba oil is so close to
forever.
Your sebum oil in your skin, everything
and
like
argan is so amazing for hair, both facial hair and head hair, that I would be pressed to see sort of if there were studies and who sponsored the studies. Those are always things that I look at is, you know, being a person who actually had a minor in statistics. I always look at the sampling that's done in a study, who was funding it, like the sample sizes that were used, and, you know, because you kind of shift through and you find it was like just on like 10 people, and it was funded by the, you know, Emu Oil Association or something like that. You're like, okay, really, all right, okay, I see where this is going. So I'm really curious about
your narrative.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to look into that stuff. But good question. But yeah, like how we saying,
I'm curious. Yeah,
we'll definitely look into it.
Yeah, right. If there's some new science I'm not aware of, I would love to read it. But it's just such a proven ingredient, both of them, over such a long period of time that again, I'd be hard pressed to see the real reasons other than somebody just rabble rousing.
Yeah.
I sound like an old person. You're just a rabble rouser.
Right? I was gonna say that's a throwback. Any chance of a CBD line? We had one actually. When did we get 3-4 years ago now?
Yes, it was the end of 2022.
Yeah, we're just into the building, I believe. Yeah, and a lot of it too is because the core line, the non-CBD line, was really taking off. And just, I mean, there's a lot of legalities too with the CBD in regards to advertising with the federal regulations, everything like that. It could actually, you can't actually put paid ads behind the CBD. And them being so close with Beard Octane CBD, we were also afraid if we started putting money really into it that it would actually hurt our rankings for the mothership company. So we actually decided to just part ways with it. And there's
a technical term for it in the industry. It's called brand dilution.
Yeah. So,
but now wasn't there there was actually two lines.
Yeah, the two separate.
Yeah, and there were two lines within the
CBD. We had the pure isolate and
and the full spectrum.
Full spectrum. So
now, which one?
You're welcome.
What was the difference between the two?
Well, it's with the cannabinoids in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because every time you would enter a discussion with it, if the guy had a CDL, there was confusion there.
Yeah.
That
as soon
as you heard CBD, they didn't care what was either or. Nope, can't use it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So right off the bat, as soon as they heard CBD, they weren't going to try that line anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Would you do a few more essential oil blends?
I think there are some that we've toyed around with doing. Yeah. I'm not against that at all.
Yeah. There you go, Holly. This one's for you. We do a bird oil line in the future.
Nope. Our blend is great. It works. It's effective. It's good. Like there's no need to mess around, change, tweak, or
sometimes
do anything.
Putting too much stuff into something doesn't necessarily make it better.
I mean, there are options for you if you like whole wheat, or if you like, gluten-free, or if you like all the different kinds of breads, feel free. But here we make German rye.
This I know some people say, well, there's 90 something things in it, blah blah. Well, different concentrations. And
I was gonna say, when you get down to that many things in the bottle, like the effectiveness of any one thing is
exactly. So take for what it's worth. All right, this is the last one I got. Is, are you going to venture into women's products like hair oils?
We're a beard company.
And just the way that the company structured Beard Octane, for us to come on the women's line and to convince outside of the beard community.
I will say a lot of women do use the beard oil in their hair.
Yep. No snacks here. Is beef tallow necessary in beard products? Serious question. He's being serious, Ollie.
So, I mean, in the 1800s, bear fat was all the rage. Like everybody wanted bear fat, bear tallow, for lack of a better term, in their beards. You can use it. It's not something we're going to go for. I say, the sourcing and quality of it. I mean, it is another fatty acid. that is out there that you could use. I find it has a smell, even if it's cleaned, I can smell it. But our brand is a cruelty-free, no animal testing brand, and tallow would just not fit in that at all. So, and there are very few places you can source it correctly at a cosmetic grade. So, it's just not something for us. Could you use it? Yes. It is very, very heavy. It is an exceptionally heavy. It's, it's effective. Like you see the cuts of fat that come off your steaks. I mean, it's rendered tallow. It's literally super, super saturated fat. So if that's what you're into, great. Go float your boat. We're not going to do it. Why you would use it, I personally wouldn't, but I mean, your beard's not going to fall off. It might be very heavy on your beard, but your beard's not going to fall off.
Yeah. Very good. All right. That's what I had.
But with that last statement being that heavy, that's why I think your blend is the blend. Yeah, I mean, it's a lighter oil.
You want that, especially with the oil, you want that to penetrate into the skin,
right,
and not sit on top.
Exactly.
That's the whole purpose behind it. There's actually a reason.
Tallow's not going to absorb as quickly. It's not the same as, it's not as close to the sebum oil on your face like a jojoba really is, or even the argan and stuff like that. It doesn't have the same penetrative. I almost said something else. Never mind. It doesn't have the same penetrating power as other options.
There you go. Perfect. All right, guys, it's getting close to well, that's just way past
getting close to my bedtime.
Yeah, way past her bedtime. So, guys, this one goes out to Erin. So, for the Onyx box giveaway, guys, and a Holly Nose refrigerator magnet, make sure you guys are live and type in hashtag Chicken Papa. You're gonna replay that for Erin.
I'm absolutely gonna replay that. If you hadn't watched it live, I'm absolutely gonna replay it.
Yeah. So
the number of people now doing hashtag
Chicken Papa.
That is the most inside of inside jokes.
Yeah. You thought the cat was bad, but
no, that was yep.
Yeah.
And this is why you wouldn't go with the other thing. You're like, no, Holly, I've got all of my hashtags all lined up. I'm all ready to go.
Oh, that was part of it too. I'm like, no, it's already.
I hear you.
It's already built out. So then I'll give you guys another. I got a 60.
Yeah.
Building up. 61. You guys holding strong tonight.
This is. I mean, this is for an Onyx box, and these things
this is it. Yeah, this is legit.
So
guys.
Nice.
While you guys are getting a little extra. What is that? Slide 38.
It just glistens.
Yeah, this thing just slaps.
It is so nice. I mean, it doesn't just look nice, so don't get me wrong.
Once you guys get the quality of it, the sheen of and the photos look amazing. But
I mean, it's all our great product in this just amazing scent, and then just the presentation is just.
And just I just even without the products in the box, let me drop this off. I just the die cut of the insert.
Yeah, those things are in there,
locked in legit. I think actually.
Yeah, no, they're in there.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
somebody wants clarification. Does this Onyx box come with an Ask Holly or Holly Knows magnet?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Duh.
Of course.
Duh.
Of course. Why did I think?
For the Onyx box.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? No whammies, no whammies. Hold on a minute.
Yes. Congrats, brother. You know the deal. Support at beardoctane.com. Reach out with your valid shipping address, and we will get that right out to you. So congrats on that. Boom. Go back to slide 30.
It's just so sexy.
It really is. All right. What's next for us at Beard Octane here, we have, well, July 4th is our 7-year anniversary. America. We have that coming up. So we're going to have our 7-year anniversary stream. We'll have the whole team on, some special guests, everything like that.
That's going to go on again.
You can just pop in real quick. That won't be long.
All right.
And you have Sunday, July.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Originally it was going to be Sunday, July 6th, but it's Radjo's birthday and we got some stuff going on. So we're going to move that to Monday, July 7th.
Which means the sale is going to be extended for an additional day.
I know Dan has his stream at 9, so we'll do it at 7 o'clock. That way we're early enough and we'll be good to go. So yeah, special guests. That one's gonna be fun, very laid back, no real structure to it. I got 5-year anniversary. I had a really cool video. I got quite a bit to add to that. So it's about like a 12-14 minute video that I'm working on right now. Just kind of like when we first started to the adventures and kind of where we're at now. So I got to get that dialed in. So yeah, if you guys are free for that one, definitely tune into that. That one's going to be an awesome stream. And of course, the giveaway is going to be amazing. September 14th and 15th, premiere, Columbus, Ohio. We just did that Orlando show last month about.
No, it was earlier this month. It was
and then
3.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks after that is San Antonio. And then from there, we're leading right into October. It's crazy. Summer's gonna be.
I can't believe. Yeah, I can't believe we're at the end of June already. Yeah,
it'll be July next week.
So crazy.
Yeah,
the summer is just flying.
And then yeah, we get right into Beer October with the best beer contest and that madness in fourth quarter. And
some new things in fourth quarter.
Yeah, we got some new things on the way. Yeah, quite a bit. So this is the I gotta adjust the slide a little bit, but yeah, July 7th.
Monday, July 7th.
I gotta edit that. This is literally a quarter last minute decision here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, so it'll be Monday, July 7th.
It was an audible.
Yeah, so I'll fix that. Free discussion. We went over all the questions already, guys. So we covered that already. Holly.
Oh, I'm off the hook.
You hung in there.
I survived.
You survived.
Very educational.
Yes, very informative. Well, like I said,
to hang out with Big Joe, and I get the whole thing.
I mean, but the behind the scenes stuff that you would, not think, even being somewhat involved or just being on the edge and hearing what goes on. But
it's just I mean, I think too is kudos to Holly, like I was saying before, just how much she really does and what she built before with her whiskey hardtack and her soap stuff and everything like that. And then just the timing couldn't have been any more perfect, and to connect with her and
but that's
threaten her to come on board.
But that's what also sets Beard Octane apart from everybody else. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not following other beer companies. I mean, but I can't. I can't imagine that they're having their, behind the scene people, on their streams and talking.
It's the culture, but it's what the atmosphere we want here.
Right.
Where everyone,
and that's what I think sets you guys apart.
Is part of it, So, but yeah, high five. Did my question get answered? Anyways, that's Heather. Anything else, Holly?
No, we made it 2 hours and I didn't fall asleep in the middle.
I know we did. It goes by fast. Yeah, questions were awesome, guys. So yeah, don't forget, if we read your question, reach out to us. We'll get you hooked up.
Oh, and war vet turn therapist. Contact us at support, and we'll take care of your request.
What do you ask?
Autograph Big Joe picture.
Wow.
Hope he's still here.
He'll see it on the replay. Don't worry.
He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
But yep. Yeah, with that, guys, I want to say thank you to Holly for. Yeah, you get all stressed out before this, you get all annoyed and everything like that.
Oh my goodness!
Power through. You do awesome.
We had a huge storm right when it went live. I thought we were going to lose power.
It always rains there. Guys, on the website too, we got a lot. Check out the sale page. We'll go back to that real quick. Again, 1776 for oils, butters, and balms. We got what else? Spend 25, get the travel pouch, oil, butter, wash, 50% off everything else. I made a cool section on the website. It's our collab section. So you got Kayla Francis's Cruiserweight Puncher. We got Dan C's Positive Charge. Check that out as well. And then we got Uncle D. John's meeting ritual. So a little bit of background on those guys are on there. Definitely check those out.
Yeah, guys, check them out because they're one, they were willing to collab, and two, they trust the product. So which says a lot that they're willing to also lend their name to Beard Octane. So I think that's huge on their part. I mean, and again, being the competitive nature of the business, they could have went with anybody else. They decided to go with Beard Octane. I think that says a lot. Please support them. Check them out. Oh, and when you open up your box, flip over the card, Beef Octane.
Get your meats.
Get your meats.
Get your meat fix. So again, guys, on the website, let us know your feedback. The Onyx box, get it. It's absolutely amazing. That magnetic clasp.
It's just so nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, just crispy, amazing, great gift idea for yourself or somebody else. So classy, high end. Check it out. Let us know. Yeah, that's really it. And then I'll have the details refreshed for the upcoming stream on the 7th.
Monday to 7
p.m.
Monday the 7th.
Get that organized.
7 at 7.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, see, I planned that.
7 cubed.
There you go. So, all right, guys. Holly, again, thank you. I'll talk to you in like 7 minutes. You're going to bed anyways.
All right, your winners, post your magnets.
Yep. Let us know. Any last words, Holly?
Last words.
You're such a
Well, you know what? For the winners tonight, send in a picture of your Holly knows.
Your own.
He's calling an audible. I'm telling you.
You got to get your own stream. You can start
for the next stream.
He's going to give away machines
of your refrigerator with the Holly Nose magnet on.
Oh my goodness!
For
oh yeah!
Yeah, we'll figure it out after that.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to show it out there.
All right, guys. With that, good night. Thank you again. 7-year anniversary. When we'll all the hugs and kisses, smoochy woochy stuff about that. We'll do that for that next stream. So thank you again, guys, for tuning in. Thank you again, Holly.
Thanks for letting me fit in.
Absolutely. So, all right, guys. With that, be safe. Good night.
Good night. They were not
No,
leaving.
they know better. I saw it drop down and then it came back up. So.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys, and we'll get you out of here. I know we ran over. Dan's got his stream, and I know he's remote right now and stuff like that. But we'll get you guys out of here. So, $250 mystery box giveaway. Also going to need your shirt size on this if you win. I'll give you guys a minute here to get that typed in. And hashtag Joe is Holly's favorite. She wanted that as the hashtag. So I happily obliged.
Make sure you're live.
Make sure you're live. So make sure you guys get that, and we will also top it off with the Holly Nose refrigerator magnet. Get that in there.
And again,
oh man,
send us a picture with the magnet on your refrigerator. For the 7-cube stream. Just saying.
777.
777.
Extra points if it's on your toolbox at work.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
WWCT 777.
Oops. I'm gonna do you a solid here, Thomas. You forgot the E on there.
Hurry up, Thomas. You have time. It's hard to type that a hashtag that long on your phone.
I know, that's why I do that on purpose.
You're making him work for it. You really are.
Totally. Yeah, $250 mystery box.
Did Thomas get in? Did he get it?
He's good. All right, he's good now.
Cool.
All right. Do a little yeah, whatever.
You be careful. If Thomas wins, they're gonna all call rigged.
Yeah, that's true. Oh well. All right. With that, guys, let me pull up the so you guys know. Oh. 33. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, draw.
There we go. Who is it? 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 Stacy.
Congrats. Stacy, again, congrats. Reach out to support@beardoctane.com with your shipping address and
shirt size. Shirt
size. So and we'll get out with the magnet and the beard starter, not the beard starter kit, the mystery box.
$250 mystery box.
Yeah. The price of oil went up. So we'll get that right out to you guys. Again, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you. 777 7th anniversary live stream.
Yep.
And that's all I got.
Yeah, so, okay. For real this time.
All right. Yeah, we gotta go.
All right.
Good night, everyone. Be good.
Good night, everybody.
Peace out. Thank you.
A couple weeks.
Bye. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.